This is our second example in our lesson on the equation of a line from 2 points. So our example says, determine the equation of the line that passes through 2, -3, and -2, 7. So whenever we're doing the equation of a line, there are two things that we have to have. One of them is the slope, and the other one is our y-intercept. And together, I can use those two things to build our equation. Okay, so slope. Was the slope given in the question? No, but the question did give me 2 points, and I can calculate slope with 2 points. We have a formula that says m, that's the letter we use for slope, is y2 take away y1 divided by x2 take away x1. So every point has its own x and y coordinates, and they go in alphabetical order. So this one has an x and a y. This one has an x and a y. And then you have to choose which one you want to be point 1 and which one you want to be point 2. I usually just do them in order, so I'm going to call this one 1 and this one 2. But if you want to switch it up, that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to substitute my numbers in. y2 is 7. Take away y1, that's -3. And then I have x2, that's -2. Take away x1, which is +2. Okay, 7 minus -3. So 2 minus signs in a row make a plus. If you want, you can actually just use your calculator to do that. I don't mind. -2 take away 2 is -4. Once again, if you need to use your calculator, that's okay. And then 7 plus 3 is 10 divided by -4. Does 10 divide evenly by -4? No, it gives me a decimal. So I'm going to try to leave it as a fraction, but we are going to see if it reduces. So first thing I'm going to do is think about the sign. So this is +10 divided by -4. A positive divided by a negative makes a negative. And if you have trouble remembering those rules, you could actually try on your calculator doing 10 divided by -4. And I see that I get a negative answer, so I know that it's going to be negative. Okay? And then 10 and 4 are both even numbers, so they should both divide by 2. So I'm going to do 10 divided by 2, which is 5, and then 4 divided by 2, which is 2. So I didn't worry about the negative because I already dealt with that when I did that it was a positive divided by a negative. So my overall slope is -5/2. Okay, that's my slope done. Now I need to do my y-intercept. So to find the y-intercept, we start with y equals mx plus b. So I can use m, -5/2, and then I need something to put in for x and y. So I have a choice of points here. It doesn't matter which one you want to pick. I think I'm going to pick the -2 and 7. So I'm going to do y, so 7 equals m, -5/2. Now, I could have left the negative in the denominator, but we don't usually do that. We usually write it as either a positive or we write the whole thing as a negative. But when I go to put it into the formula, I either need to assign that negative to the numerator or to the denominator. I kind of want to put it with the numerator, but you could leave it with the denominator if you need to. So I have -5/2 times x, which is -2, plus b. Okay, so I'm going to multiply -5/2 and -2. When you multiply fractions, you do numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Secretly underneath that -2, there is a little invisible 1. So -5 times -2 is +10. 2 times 1 is 2. And then plus b. 10, does it divide nicely by 2? Yes, it does. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I have 7 equals 5 plus b, and then I'm going to solve for b by subtracting 5 from both sides. 7 take away 5 is 2. So my y-intercept is 2. Now that I know my slope and my y-intercept, I can just finish off by finding my equation. So my equation is y equals mx plus b. We're not going to substitute anything in for x and y. That's the whole point of an equation, is to have two variables x and y so that you can use them to find a point on any line you want. Sorry, any point on the line that you want. So that means my equation is going to be y equals m negative 5 over 2 x, and then plus b, so we're doing plus 2. So equation of our line is y equals negative 5 over 2x plus 2. You can join me in our last video to learn how to do question number 3.